Hey guys, welcome back. Last week we played Bastion by Supergiant, and I talked about how their next game, Transistor, I liked even more. So today we're playing Transistor. Actually, this is a kind of a cool anecdote. I heard an interview over E3 from Giant Bomb with one of the developers at Supergiant, and he said one of the things they like to do in their games is to start the game as if something huge already happened and everyone knows about it. So in Bastion you have the Calamity, so they're just talking about it like you should know what it is, and the game starts. In Transistor, something huge happens, and then your character wakes up. You're a club singer with no voice, and something terrible has happened. Everyone's gone, just like Bastion, but very different aesthetic. It's like a techno-punk aesthetic. White, clean walls, weird tech everywhere, unlike the kind of fantasy setting of Bastion. But I actually think I like Transistor more. The combat was a little weird. It's like a hybrid turn-based action game, but the style is incredible. Between the art and the character designs and the music, I still listen to the soundtrack regularly because I love the music so much, and it really ties into the game with actual lyrics in some of the tracks composed, not just instrumental music. But really cool game, and I actually, other than the style, I don't remember much about how it plays, so this will be interesting for both of us. Let's jump in and get started. Man, I love that music.
There. Together again. Sort of.
So, much like Bastion, you do have a narrator this entire game, but your narrator in this one is a sword. So, that's awesome. So, you see what I mean about them just starting the game, like, just with something big already happening, and you expect you to know what it is. Pulling the sword out of a dude. The sword is talking to you. He is aware that we are not going to get out of this alive, and away you go. It's always a good way to start things.
What a night. You're still in one piece. That's all that matters.
This is almost different in every way to Bastion in presentation, but there are still so many similarities. You can tell it's the same creator. Just on how the game starts,
We'll figure something out.
their storytelling style, their non-hand-holdy style. I mean, it's not many developers do things like Supergiant, and I really appreciate that.
They want you back, I bet.
And here's the first little taste of battle. It starts just very action-y, as you can see. Kite this guy around and hit him a few times. But it changes very quickly.
What? Nice.
Also, your attack's combo, so
Unmarked alley.
I'm gonna try to...
Bay. I think I know where we are.
Narrator keeps cutting me off. Those two moves combo that they give you at the beginning, so that first A button, that crash, and then B breach, if you use those back to back, like the first one weakens them, and then the second one takes out even more, so it's good to keep that in mind.
More of these creeps. Look, don't fret, just...
This is when the combat opens up a little bit. You actually press the right trigger, and then you can move and do whatever you want. Press the right trigger again, and it will do what you've told it to. So it's kind of a freeze time thing, so it's how the game kind of bridges the gap between action and turn-based. As you can see, the little bar up top fills up with your actions, and you can only use a certain amount. Kind of something like Final Fantasy 13, but as a good game. Actually, scratch that. Scratch your moves with the left trigger. Go ahead and do that. Killed that one. Run away until my meter refills. Not gonna do that. Gotcha, creep.
We're clear.
Process terminated.
Hey, up there.
Up where?
Hello, world. Look at all that. We're on the edge of town, 100 blocks away. There's the empty set. Still too close to it. We better get as far from there as possible.
Empty set is a location and a math term. A lot of math and programming terms in this game.
Come on. Block party up ahead.
Oh, that's just not nice. Alright, weaken this guy. Breach across all of them. Like a charm.
Get out of here.
Thank you.
She awake? Hi. You okay?
Yeah, she looks fine.
I see. Sure. She wants to come along. We can use her. She says hello. Her name's Lillian.
Thank you, Lillian.
Intersection. Let's see. Wish it was raining. Cover your tracks.
Tomorrow is another day in Cloud Bank. How would you like it?
Rain's not even
Oh.
on the ballot.
Get to vote for climate. Let's do a light breeze. No problem.
Warm and clear, second place. Where were we?
Oh crap.
Let's go. Gross.
Meter to refill. Oh, look at that. They lined up for me. Can't get all three. I can't get that one. My goodness, I'm a little out of practice in this. That is the tricky thing. They do move very slowly after you set up your turn, so they can get out of the way of the lines that you set up. Or you can just hit them short range and avoid that altogether. That's how you do it.
No problem.
This all gets much more complicated.
Let's see what else.
I can say that there isn't really a battle system like this in any other game I've ever seen, which not many developers can say. Breach.
Hey, end of the plaza. It's you.
Hey, I'm famous. Oh, wrong button. Sorry.
I'm so sorry, Red. They took your voice. I couldn't stop them. Well, we took something of theirs. Hey, let's just go. Come on, just go. Just... yeah. Damn.
Just love everything about the presentation in this game. I'm only gonna do one because chick likes to... Oh crap. She usually creates a shadow and disappears after your first attack, and so you kind of have to use her a little differently.
side street due east. Through there.
You got
I
it,
think
dude.
I know a place we could get a ride.
So, like, even the way she just drags her sword on the ground. Just very cool stylistic touches. It's all in the details, guys.
This didn't used to be here.
Yay, puzzles.
Okay.
Moyle.
Hey, Mr. Moyle. You in there? It's him, all right, but I can barely hear him.
Jaunt. That is a great name for a dash. Also, by the way, I mean, I've beaten this game before. It only takes about 6 hours or so to go through the whole thing. But there's a cool New Game Plus that opens up. But I legitimately remember almost none of the story. And so a lot of this is new to me, too. Apparently, their consciousnesses are alive inside of those little block things, so... Download your brain kind of thing.
Cut off our escape.
Oh, you best not. Gonna jaunt through him. Hit him from that side. Boom, dash, boom, boom, and run away like a little girl. Until my bar refills. Ah! Dash through. Attack, attack. Boom, got him.
Like that?
Yes, yes I did. I forgot what that one does. Woohoo! Yay, level 2. Okay, here's where the RPG elements kick in. You get different functions that you apply to all your different abilities. And so basically every ability, or if I remember correctly, every ability, I know most abilities can have all different functions applied to them. So instead of learning a bunch of new abilities, which you do, but instead of learning a whole bunch more, you learn a whole lot of functions that you apply to those abilities, if that makes any sense. Kind of hard to explain, but basically you just modify the abilities you already have. So, oh, no wait, that's how it works. This can either be an ability on its own or a modifier to your existing ability, so that's why there's an active slot and an upgrade slot. Sorry guys, I'm relearning as you're learning. Seal the user's physical self, so that's like a stealth mode, or raises the potency of most functions when backstabbing. Chain reactive. Let's do this one. Mask.
We're still here.
And now we go
Look at that.
at it.
Okay, you're in.
Alright, so we are going to... That bar on the left is how many we can equip. And I'm going to upgrade... What do I want? Okay, I want more backstab damage to come from my breach, because that's what I use mainly to backstab. So let's do that. So I have applied more backstab damage to this one. Cool. Make sure I'm doing that right.
Just one more block. I want to show you something.
Why, thank you.
Okay, there's a... Wait. Back.
Oh. Oh gosh. Uh-oh. It's a good name. Retaliation mode. Don't even want to know.
Hit it.
Alright, see if I can take these two out. 1 down, 2 down, and now hide. Meters up. Hit. Jaunt. Breach. Breach. Dude's pretty strong. through, backstab, backstab. See if this gets him. Woohoo!
They're gone, but so is this whole block.
Alrighty guys, that was the first 15 minutes of Transistor, so hope you enjoyed it. Even if you don't want to check out the game, I understand like that kind of combat and everything might not be for everyone. Even if you don't check out the game, I would check out the soundtrack, especially by Darren Korb, and the singer, also the voice of Red, the main character, is Ashley Barrett, but both very talented individuals, and just aside from the game, I just love their stuff. And so I would look up Darren Korb and Ashley Barrett and Transistor, because the game is worth playing through. I don't remember a lot of the story. I do remember the ending and almost crying, which doesn't say a whole lot because I tend to cry a lot. But it's definitely worth playing. Also, thank you for sticking around. I did make a short reaction video. Well, short for most of them. Sony's was a little long. But I made reaction impressions videos for the E3 press conferences that happened this last week. So I will link to those at the end. Hopefully you check them out. And thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you on Tuesday for the next Let's Talk. Bye.